Good afternoon, and welcome to Iledo Sawa Oricha Reading channel here on YouTube. I hope everyone's having a great Sunday. You've enjoyed your weekend so far. Today we're going to continue with part 4 on our spiritualism journey on how do I get started, what are my first steps. But before we get going, first, if you're here for the first time, I want to welcome you to the channel. I would like to welcome you to hit that subscribe button, hit that alarm bell, that way you'll be notified of any loading of new videos. Also, we'll be changing subjects pretty soon. I think that we've covered pretty much the basics. I also, like I said, if you go to our main page, you'll see our email. You could email us any questions that you have. We'll be more than glad to address any of those issues. I invite you to go back to parts 1 through 3. I know I made a mistake on the Spanish. I kept calling it part 4, but it is part 3. Today will be part 4. And like I said, I want you to feel free to hit that subscribe button. You know, YouTube has a protocol, of having to have certain members to take advantage of some of the other products that they have for the videos, which we are hoping that we could get there soon. So please subscribe, hit that alarm bell, and let your friends know about this and tell them, about the channel. We'll be starting pretty soon also our journey into Santeria. We'll be managing both, spiritualism and the Santeria. So hopefully everything will be running okay shortly. Today we're going to go into part 4. Part 4 basically is just a recap of everything that we've discussed through parts 1 and 3. Again, please go back and look at the videos. That way you'll know exactly what we've been discussing. In the last part, we made some, in part 3, I should say, we made some reference to what are the things that should be on the table, your boveda, and again, a lot of this is not written in books. There is no spiritualism 101 to tell you that this is the way this has to be. A lot of this has to be taught to you by that person that's guiding you on this journey, your madrina, your padrino, godmother, godfather, a friend, a spiritual guidance, a spiritual consultant. Again, one way or the other is not right or wrong. It's basically how you feel comfortable, how you make that contact with your spirits, and how you address it. Because a lot of the main problems that I've, unraveled over the years has been, I put my boveda, I don't feel anything, I don't see anything, I don't hear anything, and that's where the big disconnect is, okay? Because we're not making that contact, and that's one of the things that I want to stress with our videos and our education process, is the spiritual journey is yours. Your spirits are individual to you. Just because, someone might say, I have an Indian, I have a Conga, I have a Congo, I have a priest, I have a nun, doesn't mean that all of us are going to have the same spirit, doesn't mean that all of us have the same entity. We come from different backgrounds, we come from different nationalities, so therefore, the understanding of our spirit is very important. But to answer the question, I don't see anything, I don't feel anything, what am I doing wrong? Well, again, it comes down to the contact that you're making with your spirit, the one-to-one, as I like to call it. How are you evolving with your spirit, your spiritual table? There are exercises that we're going to be discussing later on down the road on how to help you to make that contact with your spirit, how to make that spirit understand you and you understand that spirit, okay? So it's very important that you understand this is a process. It takes time, it takes sacrifice, it takes effort, and all of that gets paid back in time, because once the spirits understand the contact, that light and progress, you will start to see things, you will start to feel things. Should also be said that just because we're all working the spiritual table doesn't mean that all of us are going to mount spirit. It doesn't mean that we all see spirit. It doesn't mean that we hear. We all have a destiny in life. We all have a position in life, okay? That being understood, meaning we will all work our spiritual angle differently. I've come across many spiritualists over the years that are able to sit down and read a cup of coffee, read a cigarette, read a cigar, look directly into your eyes and see you and be able to talk. So as we develop our spiritual frame and we develop our spiritual entities, we will determine what type of spiritualist you're going to be, how you will work with that, because there is no right way or wrong way. You know, I know people that work with a Bible. I know people that hear, see, you know, a thought process. All of that helps you to develop you as an individual, you as a spiritualist. And that is how you're going to fundamentally work, okay? A lot of questions have come to me, do all the spirits speak Spanish? No, it's not true. You know, if you're a non-Hispanic, you know, I cannot tell you that you're not going to have spirits that don't mount and only speak English or speak the language that one speaks. Okay, so all of this development process is sacrifice, is time that you have to take in, time you have to develop in taking care of your spirits, and your spirits getting to know you and you getting to know your spirits. Okay, so that's very important. You keep that in mind. Do not give up. It's not a complex system. It's not very hard. I like I said, I'm a santero, you know, 37 years in August, but I've been a spiritualist a little over 40 years. Ever since a little kid, I've been working with spiritualism. And I'm bilingual. I could go both English and Spanish. But the spirits are who they are, and they will work with you as you develop your skills and your spiritual frame. Very important. So as we said in videos 1 through 3, I gave you the basic background of what needs to be on the table, okay? We went into a little bit about the dolls, what other aspects can we put on the table. Again, all I've asked and all I continue to say is that just because you went to a reading, whether a De Lagoon reading or a spiritual reading, or you were in a misa, or someone just happens to say, I need to tell you this, and they describe a spirit, before you go out and purchase that entity, that resemblance of your spirit, give it more time. Go to misas. Get confirmation on that spirit. Because the last thing you want to do is you do something from your heart and you think that this is a spirit, but yet there might be details missing. There might be more information that spirit has to feed you. There might be other descriptions that spirit needs, so that you could go ahead and then make that purchase or making or buying that doll, that representation that you want for your spirit, okay? And then again, maybe that spirit doesn't want to live on your spiritual table. Maybe that spirit wants to live somewhere else. So the investigative process is one that you should give it time, obviously. You should go to other spiritualists, maybe another reading to get a confirmation. Misas will also help you out, because we're dedicating the time and effort to the spirits of one, you know, and maybe the misa is not yours and you got invited to that misa, but if a spiritualist has a message for you, he or she is going to give you that message, because that is our gift, that is our function, to help people develop their spiritual frame, to guide you in developing your spiritual entities, okay? So it's important that you give it time and get that confirmation that will allow you to really understand your spirit, because I don't want you to come back and say, I don't see anything, I don't hear anything, I'm not making that contact. We have to teach you and guide you through many steps of working with our spirits, so that, you know, we get to understand them as well as they understand you. And I should say they understand more of you than you of them, since they've been with you since birth, okay? Because these spirits are assigned to us from the moment that we're born. We have our destiny already aligned. We already have our destiny foretold, you know? And we work with that. We work with all our spirits, trying to determine where is it that we're going to be going in life, okay? And these spirits have a responsibility because they have a mission to accomplish. And that mission is going to be carried out through you in your kind acts in helping other people as a spiritualist, in your kind acts of foreseeing, you know, the things that you need to tell someone. So those spirits have a mission that they want to accomplish through you. You as their tool are how they're going to get their mission accomplished. So it's important that we do dedicate time. It is important that we understand is a sacrifice. This is not a 1, 2, 3. I got my boba up and my spirits are here, and all of a sudden I'm ready to roll. No, it doesn't work that way. It does not. This takes time. It takes effort. It takes sacrifice on you. Sometimes you just need to go to your boba and just meditate, concentrate, and let the energies flow. Because one of the things that you're going to hear me talk a lot about through our spiritualism journey is the energy that you forecast is the energy that your spirits are receiving. So we at all times have to be at a positive level. We have to have a clear energy level, and that is what's going to guide us to get to where we need to allow these spirits to work with us. Because if we're negative, we're not going to be able to function. If we have any blockage in our energy levels, we're not going to be able to get anything accomplished either. So it's important that we are clean, we're positive, our energy levels are there, because if you're tired and you don't feel like it, then don't do it at that moment, because nothing's going to happen. But you have to learn to have time to dedicate to these spirits, to these energies, you know, and once again, you know, our through our life cycle, our spirits are constantly evolving around us. So we have spirits that are going to be assigned to us for a lifetime. We have spirits that are going to evolve, reach a mission, comply with a mission, and then go on. There are spirits that need our help, that are part of our frame. There are spirits that have enormous light, enormous energy, and they're clear to do whatever. So again, it's all down to that one-to-one relationship that you develop with your spirits, okay? So as I said, we've already gone through parts 1 through 4, which is today part 4. We've discussed all the things that we need to be looking out for. I have gotten a lot of questions about how do we feed them, what type of offerings we do, how do we get things done. That's part of our journey. We're going to discuss all those things, but it's important that we understand what the Boveda is, how do we get started, why do we get started, and most of all, again, is this is your journey. This is your spiritual journey, okay? There's no book that's going to tell you this is how it has to be done, A, B, C, D, and E. That's not true. You're not going to have easy steps. This is all part of a growing process. This is a balance that you have to develop. And here at Ile dos Aguas and through our Oricha readings, we're hoping that we're able to help you, to guide you, okay? Again, you hear many things out there. There are many books. They're all tools that could give you some guidance. I wouldn't say it would be the absolute law. Again, you need a person to guide you. You need a person to hold your hand and walk you through this process, to teach you the ins and outs, you know, what may work for you, what doesn't work for you, why is it not working. Those are all the things that you need a person to be there with you. The books are not going to teach you that. So as I get ready to conclude today's video, I want to reiterate, number one, I'm here to help you, okay? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that alarm bell. If you go to our main page, you'll see our different Facebook pages that we have. Feel free to join them, hit the like button. That way you'll see our articles that we're writing. You'll see other information that we're putting out there. Soon we're going to start on this same channel discussing issues about Santeria. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Be part of our growth. And again, if you have questions Our email is there. Our email is orichareadings@gmail.com, and we'll answer your questions. Again, we do have our bilingual stuff. We do our videos in English. We also do them in Spanish. However you direct the question to us, we will respond that question to you in the language that it was presented to us. Again, my name is Paul. I'm grateful for your attendance here today. I would appreciate your help in hitting that subscribe button and spreading out the words and telling your friends about the channel, and hope to see you soon. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll see each other very soon. Thank you.